Good morning, everyone. Share screen. What's up, what's up, what's up? Everything's good? Discord, mic check. Everything should be good. What's up, Dushan? All right. All right. Guys, lock in? Let's lock in today. Big day today. Big no folder day. We got no folders today. Just FOMC meeting minutes at 2 p.m. But yeah, nothing too crazy today. There it is. What's up, Emmanuel? Victor, what's up? Shaheem. All right. Yeah. What was I saying? We don't have any folders today, so it's just pure price action day. Hopefully it isn't too bad and it picks up. But why was there just an ad there? I thought I had the premium. Do I have a premium? Should have a premium. Yeah, 1934. I definitely have premium. Or no, not even 19. Wow, this is 1833. You can look at charts from 1833. Any leg candles? This is like Morse code trading. What else you got? Any leg candles? Leg candles right here. Leg candles in 1970. And it hasn't been filled yet. Maybe there's a chance you can come down to fill that area. It's at 65. There's potential in the future. Hasn't been filled yet. Bro, today the 10-second chat delay. Oh shit, I forgot that's on. Yeah, the chat was moving a little too fast. I'm gonna take it off. Let me take it off. Slow mode. I'm gonna leave 1 second just in case, you know. All right. Good morning, Reggie. Penta, what's up? Okay. Yeah, let's see what we can do today, okay? It is a Wednesday, so midweek. Not a bad day. Let's see how bad the volume is or how good the volume is. I honestly don't know. I haven't checked Asian or anything. So I'm gonna find out right here. It looks like not bad. I mean, this was Tuesday. And then you made your way down from 9 until 9 a.m. yesterday. Let me go into 1 hour. This is much better. 1 hour yesterday, came down at 9, pulled back up. 12, came down again, made a lower high at 8, came back down, rebroke the lows, came all the way back up here. And you have a 440 pip retracement. So, what does that mean? I don't know. But you have a 440 pip retracement here. From like Asian last night leading into like pre-London into London opening and then late NY. So not bad. Like 440 pips up. Not bad. I think, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, you haven't had a crazy move since like Asian. So Asian wasn't too bad yesterday. Asian came down how much here? This 1 hour candle came down 320, 310. And then the next one ended up coming down as well for 460. So not bad. Move during New York, right? And then move during Asian. And then hasn't moved since Asian. Didn't move during London. And now it's now it's NY session. So it should pick up for the session. Hopefully an early day, and hopefully that continues. And yeah, you're kind of still making lower lows, but you're not ripping through, right? Which could mean a couple things. It could mean that you could be missing some type of like top wicks. So there's a potential for, how do I draw this? On the 4 maybe? 4 might be the best way to view it. Like there could be some type of liquidity needed, right? So you could get a push up, or this could be the day, right? If it just pushes up, that could be the day, and then tomorrow can come back down, whatever, or whenever. I don't know the exact timelines and dates and how and what session will move at, but like the idea of like liquidity, right? That is a possibility. So if there is liquidity, you're gonna have to correct this entire range, because I think that's when this move, or if you were to come down after grabbing liquidity, this move coming down will be the actual move. It'll be a much sharper move than any of these moves here, right? It'll be more so of like last Thursday and Friday, and it's still a continuation of that, even if you come up. But again, we don't know if this is gonna happen, right? This is still a question mark, right? We don't know. But what we will know if it starts to create structure, right? So going a small time from here, you have, like, if you zoom in a little bit, you got some type of support being formed, you got minor resistance being formed. This is your range right here. So if this is your range, then is there a possibility that you end up making your way up, right? That's step one. And then if you can like close holding this range here like that, as you close back above the areas, that could be your continuation, right? So it's just structure. If you have enough structure to show that you are making higher highs and higher lows, then eventually you can start looking for ideas towards the buys. And you know now that if you get the buys up, you know the idea behind it, right? It's the fact that the 4-hour candle could still come up for a top wick, grab liquidity, just to continue making its way back into the range, especially if the move up is very slow. So yeah, that is a possibility, right? But right now we're still in this stage. We don't know yet. This might not even need liquidity. This also could just come back down, re-break the lows, and then that could be it. That could be the drives down, right? Because these could be over here, your lower highs, and your lower highs to continue, right? And then we'll be good to go. But that's kind of where we're at on price right now. The daily did close bearish as well. I was looking at, I think this yesterday during the NY session, I noticed that there is some similar mirrors on price there. All right, so if you match that, you match this, there could be similarities in like the traffic. But I think there has been like struggles right here too, going across, which we're here. This is struggling here, which didn't happen here, so may not be the same mirror. But in terms of just, I think, zones, like same supply and demand zones, like they're very similar, right? This is the range you're kind of focused on right now, and you're below this range. So as long as you're below 45.75, any given point, this thing could just come down, right? Any given point, that could just continue to rip down, following the structure and traffic that we have in coming into this range towards 43.75. So I think what we'll do is we'll mark up the support zone, try to find where that is, because if you were to make your way down, I think the first pop could be some struggle areas. So maybe like 45, 44, 43 around here. I think around there, right below the current lows here. Is there anything else here? Because if we can map this out, then we can map out the top of the range. And then this is the range we're focused on for the session, right? Is this the zone? 45.12. This is not bad. 40 or 44.12. I think we could use this. Let's try this. Let's try put 44.12, 668, and then we'll leave top of the range here. If you get a closure above there, it can still be a fake out, but I think it's a good zone to have either way, regardless if we don't look for buys there. We can also move it up towards here. Let's see, what's better, 46.30 or 45.78? No bottom wick right there. Couple of reactions here. Maybe move it a little further down like that. 46.28. No top wick. No top wick in between. Maybe another zone in between here. If we remove this, how does that look? Maybe we could leave both. Let's see. How do I want to break this up? Because I'm in between, like, maybe I only want to have one more white line here. 44.78. Maybe we can remove this. Let's remove this one. Remove 45.78, and let's add a yellow. 45.78. 45.78, like that. And then 46.28. I think that is going to be your next range. So we can put that there, or this is just the range in general. So we can put this here. Put this here. 46.28. 44.12. How much is this range now? Holy, 2,000 pips. Okay. So maybe we should split this up. Some days I find my zones a lot quicker. Some days there's a lot of different price points you can base it off of, right? Like looking at this range here, you have like this down here, these areas, these areas, these areas, this, a bit of that, a bit of this, all right, a bit of that. We have this. I think we need something here. So between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is this something? Maybe a little lower. How's that look? 45.30. This is a massive range though, like 46.28 to 44.12. It's a 2,000 pip range. Let's see, this to this is how much here? From here to here is 480. You know what? You know what we can do? Let's split this up. 45.30. Let's split this up. Sorry. Chat, let me just redo this part. 45.26. I think I'm gonna leave. You know what? Let's just leave it. Because this isn't major enough. Let's just leave it. I think I'll just leave 45.68 major resistance, 44.12. You have a little bit of range down here, so I didn't want to put it at 45.48 because I think if you re-break this low, there's a chance it can just kind of make its way completely down towards, like, if not 45.12 exactly, between 45.12 and maybe, or 44.12 and 44.29. So there's like a maybe 150 pip difference there. And then my yellow zone here, 45.78, is just like the top of this range here, which could mean buys above later on, especially if you are able to just continue making its way up, right? Above that range there. Above here, you have clean traffic until this no top wick zone, which is like right here. So I just put this here because that's your major zone. Maybe it will make its way up towards 28. And yeah, I think between here, this is what we're gonna like spend most of like the day in, or more like here, because if we could also make our way down, right, create a bottom wick or something, and then after that it ends up coming back up to the top of the range, fakes back into this area, starts popping back into this range, we can start looking for buys in this area. So it doesn't, this yellow line here is just buys if, like, let's say it comes up from here. But if this decides to make its way down first, who knows? Maybe we'll even be part of the sells coming down, because these are lower highs. But yeah, if we're not part of the sells coming down and you come back up into this range here, that could be your start of continuation buys or fake out buys. And then for sells, I think what we'll look for is maybe just like see if we can get a top wick or something for liquidity, because then that should take you up. But if it doesn't, it takes you back down to the bottom of the range. That's also a fake out. First fake out or breakout above this range, right? This is your fake out. And then if that were to shift back into the range, we'll look for sells below here to come down. So yeah, I think I'll leave it as that for now. Okay, chat? Maybe I'll add one more line here, to be honest. Maybe right here. 44, 20, 44, 45, 42. I'll leave it there for now. And then as the session goes on, we'll, you know, adjust and we'll have more ideas and more things that print. So we'll have a better idea of where price is gonna go. And we'll use those levels accordingly. But yeah, that's what I got for now. I don't know if they'll be finalized, but throughout the session we'll see, right? There's no news today. I mean, unless you're here at 2 p.m. for FOMC meeting minutes. So I think that's Kevin's first meeting. All right, first meeting about Jerome. So maybe it'll be important, but it's just purely price here. So I'm gonna go match this up with MT5 and then we'll see what we can do today. 46.28, 44.12. 46.28. 44.12 is down here. 45, 42, 45, 7, 8. Any questions, chat? What else, Space Cadet? Start trading. 45.21 can be our zone. 45.21 can be our zone top wick sell there. Can we plan? Oh, wick entry sells. I didn't think about ideas for that yet. 45.21. Oh, I don't think I have anything there though. 21. I don't even know what time frame to look at today. There's just so many different time frames there. Like, I don't know what to look at. 21, I think that could be the middle of nowhere. I mean, maybe there are some minor zones here to the left there, around like 20. I think like since you came up like 1, 2, 3, this is the 4th time. If you were to break, I think there is a chance you can pop above there. So that's like 45, 42. So I don't know how strong 21 is. If you think 21 is a strong zone for wick entries, trust your guts, right? But I think with the amount of times you tapped, if you were to break, there's a chance you can pop like slightly above there. Maybe a 28 could be a little better. But I don't know. Who am I to say? I don't have any wick entry sells there. So whichever whatever your gut follows. Play some Drake, man. I can't. 5:11 a.m. where you're at. W 5:11 a.m. Shout out to everybody from Cali. If you're from Cali, I don't know how you're doing this, but we're from the West. I don't know how you guys are waking up at 5 a.m. to trade NY session. I think Cali has like the worst trading times. If you have that time zone. Whenever you plan to enter, sell, or buy again, just came in. Shit, whenever the opportunity arises. Shit. I don't know. We'll find out as the session goes on. Hawaii? What's the time zone? Hawaii. What's up, Issa? I think I saw Don for the first time like 3.5 years ago, but I thought he was ass because I only seen one stream. Then I came back half a year later and started watching him in the background. Then around 2 years ago, I started to type a bit more questions, and now we hear W Benzo. That's usually how it goes though. First time watchers probably think I'm ass. Click off right away. How many streams did it take you for you to be like, all right, I'm gonna watch this guy's NY session from now on? Because usually what happens is like people click for the first time and then for some reason they click off. I don't know if it's because my stops are too big or my negative like RR, or it just sounds like gibberish. I don't know what it is, but like I would say half the time or more than half the time they come back. But the first time is always like people aren't as interested, or it's not enough pips, right? It's like, oh, that's it. Gold move 600 pips today and you only caught like 20, 25. But I think you get used to it. You just get used to it over time, right? You continue showing up and it just sounds like natural eventually. Three years ago, your entries are fast. You think they're faster 3 years ago? I think our entries got a little slower, or no, a little faster, if anything. Especially the wick entries. Yo, not even, maybe 4 years ago, we were like looking for, or 5 years ago, we were like trading the 4 hour time frame. So there'll be time strat where we'll be, or not even the 4, but the 30-minute time frame. We'll only trade on openings of candles for some reason. So that was when I was like I wasn't as experienced as I am now yet, but we'll just be waiting for a 30-minute closure above the range, and then if it closes above the range, we'll get in. If it doesn't, then we gotta wait another 30 minutes. So then we just knew that, oh, for the next like 30 minutes, we're not gonna do anything. Or sometimes it could even be a 1 hour no top wick candle or a 4 hour no top wick candle. So now we gotta wait a whole entire 4 hour candle before we look for some trades. Now it's just trades can literally come whenever, because we have more confluence now, right? So it could be mid candle, it could be like end of the candle, beginning of the candle. But before it was a lot more waiting. W explanations. Did I forget to clear? Yeah, I did forget to clear. Let me clear that. That's from yesterday. I do a 50k chance right now in FTMO. First time when I was watching, I was looking for how to trade news. Saw how Don waits for way after news. Yeah, news I don't really touch. I used to though. We used to have buy stops and sell stops for that. But that didn't last too long. W Rob. I use blueberry markets. Burberry markets or blueberry markets. Yeah, I mean, I like to explain it. It's like I try to explain it simple. Sometimes it comes off as like, you know, gibberish, but I try to be simple. Because if you can understand it, then I can understand it, right? If I don't know what I'm explaining to you, then I'm probably not understand what I'm doing myself. Yeah, remember now we need pullbacks to areas or interest, and then we took the rebreak of highs and lows. Like closures, I think closures still work, but I think before it was just like too plain, like too much, not enough confluence. Like we're just looking for something like this. Like now I can't imagine myself taking this. Like this breakout, like from here, we'll be like, oh, let's take this, let's get this closure above the range, and then we'll wait for like a bottom wick and then we'll enter. That's how we used to enter before, like right here, and then we'll put our stops below like this candle low. I can't unsee it. I can't see the idea that you could, it's a first closure above the range, so you can get a closure above and then you can get a closure back into the range, and that doesn't mean it's a fake out yet because you need more structure to continue down. But then if you close back above, then that's like your higher low, and that would then be my idea now. Or like 4-hour flips too. We say the previous 30 is 30 leg is a leg candle. The previous 30 is a leg candle. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's a leg candle. Bullish closure, bottom wick. Yeah, it's a 50 pip wick fill. Bro, you changed lot size daily. What lot size can I fix on 10k account? I don't want to change daily. I didn't want to change daily too until stops got very inconsistent. So I had no option but to change my lots daily, because before it was just fixed. But I can't do that no more. So now I have to just adjust it per trade until we find like an average stop. Like if we can have an average stop for the entire year, then I'll put a fixed lot. Why not? But stops are like some days 2,000, some days 18, some days 13, some days like 900. I think we had a 900 pip stop last week. That was our tightest one. Chat, what lots do you guys use? Like, do you guys use fixed lots, or you guys use like percentage risk? Fixed lots is so easy to do. It's just using the same lots every trade, every single trade. Just one even number. What's the daily bias? Daily bias today for me is, I don't know if I have one. I think bullish, but bullish to be bearish. Thanks a lot. No, that's not available in the US. Not in the US. No blueberry in the US. Yeah, hopefully some volume, man. What time did volume come in yesterday? I know the volume was like really short-lived yesterday too, for 15 minutes. I don't know how we got something out of it. 8:45 yesterday. Okay, so let's see. 8:20 comics opened up 17 minutes ago, and now you have the, what do you call it? The 4-hour closure coming up. The 3rd minute's not bad in structure. Not too bad. You have like some higher lows here. It's decent. Alright, it's not bad. Yeah, shout out to my Arsenal fans. Y'all won the, what do you guys call it? The Champions League. I don't watch football, but I know that's a big, like that's a huge accomplishment for Arsenal. Was it 22 years? That was the last time that they won. Oh, look who it is. XYC ABC 1 2 3 4 5 6. Fix a lot. 50k account 0.5 sometimes. Lot size times 3 extra balance. Oh, you got a 6k. Not the pocket watch. Not the Champions League. Premier League is a national league. Wait, so 22 years since Arsenal last won? Damn, I have some screen tearing here. But hey, who knows? They may pull off a miracle in Champions League. So Premier League isn't like the top league. This is why I don't watch football, because it's so much to pick up. So they won the Premier League, so now they gotta fight for the Champions League. And then there's a National League. Premier League is like the MLS of USA. Champions League is champion of Europe. Wait, so what's Premier League? That isn't that in Europe too? Premier League? Oh, it's English League. Ah, okay. So that's like UK, you know, up there, and then you got the Europe League. I see. So if you win the Champions League, is that it? Like, there's no like national league though? Damn, there's so many football leagues. $400 pip range here going up. Got some clean traffic. Let's see. Maybe you won't need a bottom wick. Spreads are pretty good right now though. Already. So pre-move. Pre-move. Could it be? Okay, are the Canadians asking SF questions? What's SF questions mean? You go to Champions League after winning your own country's league, hence the Champions League. But Champions League is only in Europe. So like if you win the league in if you win the English league, you go play the Champions League that's only in Europe. But what about like the other countries? I guess that's what the World Cup's for, huh? Got it. You know what? I think I understand. And then you have the World Cup, and then you have the Euro Cup. Euro Cup. Why is it called a Euro Cup? Like, why is there even a point of a Euro Cup when there's just like a World Cup? No, bro. I understand. I just don't know why there's so many different leagues. Like, why can't there just be one league? Like, nah, you not. Like, what about? No, like, how about the Asian League? Why can't the winners of the Asian League play for the Champions League? Because Champions League is only in Europe. Like, what if there's an Asian team better than a Europe team? Nah, I know what World Cup's for, but like, I don't know. Then there's like a Euro Cup, right? Only for Euro countries. I understand that, but it's like, I guess it's just different events. So isn't there also, wait, what's the other cup? There's one more. The Euro Cup, the FIFA World Cup. Isn't there like one more cup? The Gold Piston Cup. Isn't that like isn't the Gold Piston Cup Lightning McQueen? That Lightning McQueen. MOS cup. All right, man. All right. Any plans? You know, let's just talk about something that I'm good at. Any plans if this 4-hour close with no top wick? The 4-hour close, no top wick. Any plans? Yeah, I think if you get a, was it you who had a wick entry idea there? I think if you have a no top wick closure on the 4, the next one opens up, shoots up first, top wick, you can look for wick entry sells. If you have no top, no bottom wick on the opening as well. I don't know about 21 though. That's the thing. I don't know about 21 just because it's too close to these areas. 21 is like right there. I can see maybe, like I can see this. I can see a 37 being a bit better, but 37 could be an idea. How much is this? From here to 37 is 350. From here to 21 is not bad as well though. It's 160. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. We could be in buys too. We could be part of the buys. I like the structure in the 30. It's not bad. Yeah, some nice like bottom wicks and all of that. We're long the break of the highs. No, I don't think right away. I think we'll wait for a bit of structure or volume. I want to see volume, but something tells me in my gut that you could get volume here on this break and it might not even pull back. So we'll see. We'll see. It's looking good on a 30. Like 30 looks very good in terms of structure. Because you look, think about it. You came down first time. Second time it came down again, broke the lows, didn't drive. Third time, it's coming up slowly. That's the only thing. This move up has been very slow on the way up. So it's not that like consistent of a push yet. So once you actually pick up with volume, you should be good to go. There's a league called the Club World Cup, Don. So it's all the winners of the league around the world that compete against each other. So like the winner of Asian League will compete against the Club World Cup. Isn't that the FIFA World Cup, or is that different from the Club World Cup? Approaching Asian highs, wouldn't it be looking for sells unless it breaks that structure? Looking for buys, sorry. You don't gotta be sorry, bro. You know, the market is not gonna say sorry. If you in buys and sells and sells, you don't gotta tell them sorry. Shit's gonna move regardless. It's different. I've never heard of the Club World Cup. Man, there's so many leagues. You just be watching hockey, true. What's it called? It's called the Club World Cup. Club World Cup. The Club World Cup. The FIFA World Cup is an international tournament where players represent their home countries. The FIFA World Cup is an international tournament where players represent their home countries, while the FIFA World Cup is a global tournament where players represent the professional franchise club. Huh? The FIFA World Cup is an international tournament where players represent their home countries, while the FIFA World Cup is a global tournament. What's the difference between international and global? Global tournament where players represent their professional franchise clubs. What's the difference in international and global? You know what, bro? Woo! Thank God I can trade, man. Woof! Holy! Local teams versus country teams. Interesting. So where does what's his name? Lewandowski? He plays for Barcelona, right? FC, which is where's Barcelona? It's in Europe, right? So that means it's in the Champions League. So Barcelona plays under Champions League. FIFA World Cup for countries and FIFA World Club for clubs. How big is the Club World Cup though? Because I never heard about it. Is it like big? I swear I hear more about Champions League or like yeah, I never heard Club World Cup before. One hour flip. Oh, new opening in 5 minutes. Yeah, how big is a FIFA Club World Cup? FIFA Club World Club for clubs. Does not match the Nations World Cup. By Nations World Cup, you mean FIFA World Cup? I mean, yeah, I figured that's like the biggest event ever. So for Club World, represent this country. Got it. It's all good, Penzo. Don't worry about it, man. Life's long. You can grow your hair out again. Life's long, my friend. Imagine being able to grow hair. Facts. Did you guys Divas 01 cook during Asian? I saw Dushan's London move. Yo, Asian is low-key jumping every day. You guys are active in here every night. Also, yo, I was going through my chat. Drive range liquidity and leg candle are pretty old. They're not old, but it's been around since 2024. Like I came across yesterday in my stories me talking about the leg candle in 2024 May. So 2 years ago. So it's not new. I don't know why my head thought it was new, but we've been looking at the leg candle for like 2 years almost. 2 years for the leg candle. For this candle right here. And drive range liquidity is, I think, a bit older than the leg candle, but around the same time. So it can only evolve from there too, right? With the way we enter it. But we've only been able to get the leg candle fill. I think I've only had one time where we attempted like this is the leg candle fill, right? If you were to get like a correction of this move, you get like a wick fill. That's a leg candle fill. Like you're looking to grab the move from like here down, right? But we haven't been able to take advantage of wick entry sells for a leg candle, or even the leg candle reaction, right? Because if it comes down towards the body, you would expect a reaction, and that could be a buy. All right, I think at a higher time frame we can take it probably. Like if this were to be like a daily leg candle or like a 4-hour leg candle, maybe you can take it on like a small time frame at that price point. But so far, I think our only focus for the first like 2 years here has been the leg candle fill. Oh yeah, a minute for a 5 or for a 4 closure. That's Drizzy in the steak stream. Kinda. Yeah, the Knicks won yesterday, huh? Against the Cavs. I swear at halftime I saw them leading by like 12 or 15, and they choked. The Cavs choked. Cavaliers. And then tonight we got game 2. Wembanyama versus SGA. Chat, who do you guys think has a better... Okay, I don't know who's gonna win this Western Conference, to be honest with you. Let's say OKC wins the Western Conference, right? Who do you think could be OKC? From the East. Think Cavs or Knicks have a better chance? James Harden cooked or choked. Isn't James Harden usually clutch in the playoffs though? Or at least when he was on the Rockets, he was clutch. Polish team sucks at hockey. I've never watched that though. Hockey's pretty popular in Europe. Like Slovenia and Czechia, Slovakia. Pretty big. Finland, Sweden. Salary play on the hourly break highs. This was salary play. I think it's a salary play, yeah. So could you break that and drive? You got, I think you got 80 pips in that range there, from here to here. Harden versus Brunson. He went 5 for 16. 1 for 8 for threes. So what happened to G7 mini yesterday? Anything come out of it? Daily leg candle once again. Daily leg candle here. You got another daily leg candle here. So a bit of structure. You have a 4 opening here. 4 candle close. It's not bad. It's not bad. Maybe we can get wick entry sell ideas. I gotta see how strong of a move this is going up. It would be nice if we can be part of the buys too, but I'm afraid we might not have enough structure to confirm. But we have range till here, so anything between here and here is like clean traffic. Between here and here, like this entire candle right here, that's just completely clean. But the issue is it can still kind of break up and then pop back into the range to continue its bearish move, right? I think wick entry sells are not bad. But I have a 40 or a 37, I think. 37, there's no top wick zone. That'll be my wick entry sell idea if we come up without any structure. Is there anything that happens there? Daily no flips, right? Anything else? Weekly flips there. Okay. So the weekly flips at 39 or 37. Which is interesting because last week barely had a bottom wick. But that's a weekly flip. I guess we'll see. What's the market cycle of go throughout the week? Like which day it drives and which day it slows? That's, I think that's kind of random. Like it depends. Like each week is kind of different. Like some weeks you might be, you know, driving on the Monday, like opening market. Some weeks you might be driving on like a Wednesday, Thursday. I think it's kind of like random based on what happens over the weekend usually, or what happens with the folders that come out throughout the week. So that plays a huge role. But I don't know. I think throughout each week is a little different. Sometimes like the entire week is in one cycle, you know, like the entire week could be in a drive, or the entire week could be in a range. So it might not even be days, because cycles usually last at least 2-3 days, sometimes more, sometimes a month. All right, so it's all based on what's being thrown at you. Like I think this move down lasted, this drive cycle on gold, from March 3rd to March 23rd. So 20 days of drive, right? And then ever since then, you guess you have like, on a higher time from here, you have maybe like 38 days of range, right? So then you gotta print the liquidity part, which could take half the month, and then drives eventually. It just kind of depends though. Where's the volume? Shit, man, coming. It's 9:08 here, so a little later than yesterday for volume, but it looks like it has more potential today. It looks like it could be a longer lasting move today. I don't know if it'll be bearish though, but it could be a longer lasting move. I think part of it too, why something tells me that this could be corrected, is because the move yesterday was also very slow, right? Like this move coming down yesterday, it only lasted 15 minutes. So it wasn't that, like it was a decent move, but it wasn't that strong enough to drive through, which means that could just be a higher low or liquidity, right? The only thing that stopped me is the small time frame. Like you have decent structure, but it's like if you can get one more bottom wick or something like this, I know it's a long shot, and then make your way up, that will make the idea a lot better to continue. What you mean, give me your Audi? Underwater pickup sticks? Yo, I used to, I actually have that game, the pickup sticks game. W game. Algro wick entry buys before the forward close W. Oh shit. Nice. Forward pit move. That's a nice move. I see the vision. This right here, top of the range. A little bit of drawdown, right? But I don't think that was much. Nice move though. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream, man, hit the like button. I think we're all just waiting for some volume to come in there. Whenever that decides to come in. 41 likes though. Very good, very good. Hold on, Jay. Give me like 1 minute. I'm gonna get some water. News in 2. What do you got in 2? 2 minutes, 9:15. FOMC member Barr speaks. Are you even reading what's happening? Yeah, who knows? Maybe this will bring some crazy vol in the markets. FOMC member Barr speaks. 9:15. So let's see. Let's see. We're breaking the highs again. Is this gonna be a pop? How much range is this? 900, no, 99 bips. And 21 is a zone. Like a minor resistance zone. That kind of body right there on the daily. Or on the 4. So we'll see. We'll see if it reacts off of there. You said pickup stick, Loki, a crazy game. Don 4464 wick buy risk. Like you asking if it's risky. 44 wick entry buys at 4464. 4464. Is it risky? I think you're looking at this 65, like that wick right there. Is it risky? Well, think about it. Right, this move here, it's coming down. Small lower high, coming down. Small lower high. Huge sharp move down. Short-lived, lasted 15 minutes yesterday. Came back up. Small higher low. Came up to tap the highs. Oh shit, came back down. You got range now. Lower highs here. Rebroke the lows, didn't drive one. Comes back up very slowly. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like very slow. If you come back down again, I think it comes down to how you come down. So whether you get a 1-2 correction of this entire bullish move up, which will then lead it to looking like, all right, like literally 1-2 pop. That's your 1-2 pop. If that were to happen, then that shows some sort of direction and volume coming down, right? Because this move coming down is gonna be a lot sharper than this going up. So you wouldn't want to be in wick entry buys there, because then this can easily re-break the lows and drive, right? Keep in mind, the 4465 zone, or this area that you rejected here, was the middle of nowhere. Right, it's the middle of nowhere. That's why I have like more range coming below it, because the bottom of the range is more so like 4420. Like look, right between here and here, right? This is like nothing is here. So if you re-break the lows, high chance you have to make a steeper low, and then that could be your liquidity. So if anything, you might be better off taking wick entry buys at 4412, right at the bottom of the range completely. Otherwise, this could easily just shift through. If it's a slow move down, maybe like from here coming down towards 65, maybe, but you're still very bearish, right? So it's gonna be a little more difficult. If it was a first initial reaction, sure, but that already happened yesterday. Didn't happen again. Didn't drive through. The third time, you can easily just break through. So it could be a little more difficult to grab. So is it risky? I wouldn't say risky, but just lower probability. You know what I mean? Short 4505, target 4500, 4594, and 4584. Nice. 4505, 4500, 44, 4594, 4584. Very nice. If this hour breaks the lows at NY, then around after 5 it breaks the highs again, then it could be a good push up. If the hourly candle breaks the highs in NY, and then after 5 it breaks the highs again, could that be a good push up? If the hour candle breaks the lows in NY, and then 945 it breaks 945, why so particular 945? You're talking about these lows. If it comes down like this and then shifts back up, yeah, I mean, yeah, that would be good, because then it's like you break the lows, like you should drive down, right? Like looking at just price action, like just generic price action, like, you know, just regular structure, you break the lows, that should be where it goes. It should go down. But if it doesn't and it's just back up, then that's your buy. Yeah, above here. I don't know about 945. It could be earlier or after, unless you got some sauce on 945. But yeah, you come back up to the top of the range structure, and then it should be good to correct the entire move, right? That'll be enough for me to say, like, I'll look for buys. And that'll be the bottom wick that I want to see too. It doesn't even have to break the lows. It can even come down towards like here and then reject. Or if that were to happen, anything above here should be good. Because then that wick there is going to clear this entire range out. Where's volume? Here it is, I think. A little bit of volume, a little better. So we'll see. This took how long to kind of range? This is ranging for maybe 31 candles on the 5. I mean, you're coming down to the bottom of the range. Let's see how the rest of the range gets filled here. If you can clear this move within one push on this 5, then that should be a good indication that volume is like slowly starting to roll in. It's not that I don't want to talk about it. It's just like, I guess, bro, like if I were to answer all the time, it's just gonna be like I don't know if you guys want to hear me answer the same thing every day. I should just make a post answering all the questions, and then every time someone asks, just send it to that post. But there'll be more moments to talk about it. I can't just, you know, talk about once like every morning. I wake up 8 a.m. used to like I gotta do my thing here as well, you know? We'll have more opportunities to talk about it for sure. For sure, for sure. Good morning. 30-minute lay maybe? Oh yeah, good one. Could be 5 minutes. Could be a 30-minute lay. I didn't know. You've been here for 2 months though. I thought it would have been like the 100th time it's been brought up. But yeah, we'll have more opportunities to talk about it. As long as no one forgets. All right, 4 minutes for a 30 lay. 870 pip wick fill or 87 pip wick fill. So if you get an opening for a bottom wick first, say you come down towards like 4470 or whatever, anywhere, just a bottom wick, and then you flip, that's gonna take you up towards the flip area. So then you'll look somewhat like this, right? Like you'll be in the process of this candle flipping bullish, and then all you gotta wait for is the leg kind of body reactions, and then you have the wick fill, right? And then that's your move. That could be a move, but you need a bottom wick. So if you can open up first and It's a long shot, but at least until 44.74, 170 pips. Back up above that range, you can look for buys because then that's your higher low. Then I want to see the sell signal at 4504, TP 4481. Where'd that signal from? You mean like if that's an idea that you see? Price gonna reject 44.30 before heading up. What do you think? 44.30 before heading up. I think there's a possibility too. I wouldn't really know until we actually make our way down, right? Like, so until we actually break through like 44.64, then I'll see that that's a broken zone. So then your next zone is like the bottom of the range, and then comes like 44.12, right? Maybe a little higher here. 44, yeah, 44.30. That's a zone. There is something there. No bottom wick right there. That's like a zone, which could be wick entry buy zones as well. I don't know how far this is gonna drive down the opening first, right? So we'll see. This is still bearish, right? These lower highs here, like lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. So that can definitely still rip through. And I don't think you need as much liquidity to drive down as you were to drive up. I think going up, you need a lot more liquidity here because it's still a little early. But going down, that's when you have less opportunities for liquidity. Because it can just rip down, right? These are already your lower highs here. You already pulled back from the move yesterday, right, during NY, and then you pull back during Asian and London again after breaking our lows. So then you're still kind of holding that structure. Lower highs here, could be lower highs here, right? You're still following a move coming down overall. So yeah, that could take you down. All right, bro. Broke 44.90, 44.680 next possible bounce. There's potential. And there's potential for sure. You got some body reaction zones there too, 80 and 90 zones in that area. For sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. We have 97,000 traders online today. I don't know what for, but 97,000 traders online. On Forex Factory. 30-minute close here. 30-minute close leg candle. So you can fill the leg candle, but if you can get a bottom wick, we can be part of it. And the 4-hour close here, look at this, right? The 4-hour closed bearish or bullish, right? But if you look at the structure on the 4, it's still holding. Nothing is really different about these closures, especially since you have so many reactions there. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It's still holding these zones here. So if you're still holding that zone, you're still within this range. So this is still your focus range, right? So from like here and in here, let's erase that. Right, that's what you're kind of focused on now. So that's why you don't need much like liquidity. If you do get liquidity, that'd be nice. Like if you get a pop above and then you shift back into the range, that'd be nice, right? Because then you have more range to take and earlier entries because it'll be higher up. than if you were to just drop down first, right? Because if you're gonna wait for structure, then it's gonna need to come down, right? So then your entries are more so like down here. But if you come up first, you break the highs, and let's say it's a fake out, your ideas can come sooner, right? So you could have a bigger range to continue, because then you're looking for ideas from like up here instead of like down there. But it's just liquidity. So we'll see. This volume needs to shift in here. $9.30 NYC opens. Hopefully this helps. Y'all get any trades in? No, not yet. Just waiting for volume here. Pretty slow start to the day. I think this is the slowest day of the week to start. But I think this has the most potential day of the week, or so far Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to drive. So lots of volume. I might clear this up a little bit. Let's see, 45.12, 44.23. This is 800 pit range. 45.12, 44.23. Let's see, let's really solve this again. 45.12. And then you got 44.23, so that is down here, right? And then you got let's leave it as this. 45.12, 44.23 for now. We just leave those two zones. Because as long as you're below 45.12, this can technically still come down towards 45.23. So we can just leave that idea. Daily flips here. Is there anything here? 44.81, leg candle. Not really a leg candle. You can treat it as one. Maybe a leg candle on the one. You can treat this as one too. Got a wick fill there. Just some minor zones, right? Cool. So let's see. Could this be corrected? Volume starting to shift in a little bit here, right? This 30-minute candle starting to open up, make its way down. Let's see. You got another 190 pips to go. You took the 4-hour flip for the wick fill earlier. 4-hour flip for the wick fill. Oh, this one up. That was a nice move. 84 pips. I didn't realize, but you also filled the leg candle too, right? This is a leg candle here on the 1 and the 30. That also got filled too. It's not bad. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a runner day. If price continues to push down, daily candle will flip to bearish. Yeah, daily candle could still flip. Daily closed bearish yesterday too, right? I think it's about to flip here in this price point. Shebang. Shebang. The jig is up. The last target hit 44.84. What a lucky day. W day, FGT. W day, man. Let's see how fast this could fill this range here. From like 91 to like 44.72. Facts. It's not luck, it's skill. So yeah, no, never a lucky day for you. Always skillful day. Blue zone time. Let's put this here so that can fill. That'll be nice. 45.37 holding. What do I do? 45.37 holding. 45.37 holding for sells. What do you do? Shit. Stops to break even. Trail stops and profit. You'll be good. Unless you're holding buys. 45.37. You're holding buys or sells, Warner? Now, if the hour closes across the highs, then I mean we'll find out. We'll see if that breaks the highs, and that's making more structure, right? That's flipping. But this is some nice volume here coming down, so you could get a 1-2 pop here, right? Remember, this whole entire move going up was very slow. So could this be corrected within a 1-2 pop? It looks like it so far, right? Because this took how long? This took maybe like 35, 36 candles. 36 candles to come up slowly. So if you get a 1-2 pop, and that's just going to be your correction. And your range fill, right? Oh, leg candle fill right here coming up too. You holding cells? Bro, 45.37, you holding cells, you're good, man. 45.37, what do you mean? Like have your B zone set up and have your trail stop zone set up and just mark up those zones, and then when price taps those zones, just move stops to break even, or if it hits your trail stops, move stops in profit. Hits your trail stops to move stops in profit again, right? Because then you're not hesitating. Like everything should be like pre-planned before you even get into the trade. So after you get in, it's just like it's literally you let gold take the wheel on where it wants to go. Either your stops get hit, TP, break even, trail stops, but you know where it's gonna go now. Like you don't know where it's gonna go, but price will drive to your zones, right, off of your analysis. So I can't read it. I can't answer that question for you because you're in a whole different position, right? Daily flipping, yeah, I think we just flipped for a bit there, right? Daily flipped. For 480, did I flip for a split second? I think so. I think this is the second time you're flipping today too, no? Because then you have push down. No, Tuesday, Asian here. Yeah, so opened up here. Flipped up once, flipped down again twice, flipped up again. This is the 4th time you're flipping. So back and forth all day so far. First reaction, let's see. Could be a lower highs here, 44.88, 44.90. Let's see if that re-breaks the lows and rips. Today is a love festival in China, and if you live in Canada, you think we can get the sweet TP today, sir? Sure, we'll find out. Maybe we even get a nice TP today. It looks like a runner day, so I think there's a higher chance to get runners than yesterday. We haven't had a runner in like forever though. I think our last runner was like last month, end of April. Our last runner, not even, like beginning of April, April 7th. So it's been a long time. We were getting like runners left and right in quarter 4 last year. For trade management, if price moved to break even area and after that it pulled back above it, should I then move back stop loss to where it was or leave it be? You move, if you moved it, if you have a break even zone that taps it, that's where you want to move stops to break even at. No, because then there's no point of having a break even zone if you're just gonna move it back and forth, right? And if you do want to do that, maybe be less aggressive with the break even zone. So don't put it at a price point where it's like too aggressive. Wait for like maybe move it towards a more major zone. But that's the purpose behind a break-even zone, right? You want to preset them before you even get into the trade, and know where you're gonna go break-even at off of price action prior. Because once it taps that zone, like the point of that is you're expecting a reaction at that break-even zone. You're expecting some type of struggle, some type of support there, some type of resistance there. So when it taps it, the idea is that if it pushes through towards the next line, which is your trail stops line now, that's trail stops and profit. But if it taps that break even zone, right? First step, break even, and then next line, trail stops, next line, trail stops, all the way through until TP. If it runs, it runs. If it doesn't run, then it doesn't run. Sometimes though, right? It hits my BE and then comes back to entry and then just drives through like 400 or 500 pips. But it is what it is, right? We can't really control that. The only thing that we could control is our TP stops, B zones, trail stop zones, right? So that's why like very important to pre-place them, because then you're not gonna be there like hesitating, like, oh shit, should I move stops to break even here? Should I let it run? Should I extend my TP, right? You want to make sure that's all like preset. Because once you enter a trade, it shouldn't be like panic mode, right? Like once you enter a trade, you should be calm, because then you know what to do. It doesn't matter what price throws at you, right? A stop loss, a TP, BE, but you know wherever it goes, you have everything marked up prior. Otherwise, you're just kind of there like, hesitating and making last minute decisions. Are we going long if 4509 is break? If 4509 is a break, are we going long? No, not yet. I think we need more liquidity. I gotta see. It depends like how we come down, how far we come down first. Yeah, a lot of times I don't really know like about like when you guys give like these far prices, because I really have to see like it could be the right answer. Like 4, 5, and 9 could be doable, but if you create enough structure, right? So how does it come down first before it comes up? That's much more important than the zone. You don't want to just pay attention to the zone, because there's a difference between like if you were to come up like this and close above, less probable of an idea to continue up, compared to like if you were to come down for a bottom wick like this, right, and then make your way up, then yeah, that's like much more probable now, because now you have like actual bottom wicks and liquidity to continue dropping up. So that matters more than the price point. Like you can't just blindly say like 4508 or 4512, because how is it gonna look coming up towards there, right, prior to the actual closure? So that's like way more important. So that's why I like the old playbook, like the breakouts and all of that, like it's still doable, right? But we don't just blindly enter, because like we gotta see like how is it actually coming up? Is there liquidity? Is there structure? Is there enough bottom wicks? Right? All these things that we have now versus the old playbook. The old playbook was just like, if you want simple, sure, right? You can use the old playbook, but the new playbook has a bit more in-depth stuff for a reason, right? To improve the actual trading. But if you want simple, you can take the simple route, right? It might not be the best version of yourself, but it's simple, right? To start, it's good. It's good to have like some type of foundation for a playbook. I'm in buys at 44.61. Is 45.20, 44.61. You're in buys. Is 44 appropriate target? 45.20. Is it appropriate? I think just mark up your BE zones and all of that, right? If you're in at 61, like that's like down here. Like if that's your entry, you're asking me, right? So I don't know how you got in, but if you took a wick entry buy, let's say, I'll at least go BE like right there. Trail stops right there. And then next zone trail stops could be here. So looking at this, it looks like I might have been taken out in trail stops if I were to be in that position, right? So we probably would have got maybe minimum 50 if we had the wick entry buy there. And then I would have probably got stopped out in profit. So you're asking about 45.20? I don't know. If you're asking me for a new trade idea towards 45.20, then sure. Like if you were to ask me how can I come up towards 45.20, I wouldn't know how to tell you, because it can just come up like this. But then if you're asking me like if I would get in, I would need to see some type of like bottom wick first. So I don't want that for you because you're in a buy. But you're asking a question that I can't really answer, right? Because it's not my trade idea. And I don't know where it's going right now. Okay, you have a leg kind of fill here, right? So like if I were you, minimum BE or trail stops if you don't want to be as aggressive with trailing. But I wouldn't know where it's gonna go from here because I don't have any ideas. Successful, what's IB? Like some type of affiliate? What you mean? IB for the community, what does that mean? An affiliate for what though? Like a broker? I don't know, bro. I'm not a marketer. I don't know, honestly. You're asking the wrong guy. I don't know, bro. My broker be asking me to affiliate all the time. I don't even know what affiliate even means. I don't even have my proper link set up. But I think the best marketing is always to be yourself, regardless. I don't know. Like, do you want to be an affiliate? Is that your end goal, or do you want to be like a trader? Your end goal? You can be both. But like, I don't know. To build a community, you kind of need to have like some sense of like, kind of gotta know how to put people together, right? How to talk to people, how to put them together, how to engage, when to disengage. That's a hard question, bro. But yeah, I don't know. You gotta there's different ways to put a community together. Depends what type of community you want to. I think I just grew my community off of just being natural. Just came together the same way this one will too. Because things just happen naturally when you just being yourself, right? You don't gotta like try to do anything spectacular or anything crazy. It just comes to you. You also gotta just aim bigger though, right? Like if you want to have a community, like a broker community, like aim bigger. Like what's gonna get you a community? Like what even is a broker IB for the community? Yo, leg candle fill right here. 100 pip wick fill. Let's see. It's been hovering still. It's been hovering and holding. So if it could continue to hold, then this should give you a pop, right? This 1 hour time frame. So then this is a 100 pip pop. You come down and break those lows, then you're looking at the bottom of the range at 4466. Daily flipped. Yep, daily flipped. Let's see. Maybe the volume. No bottom wick on a 1 hour closure though. Oh shit. So let's see what this does here. 10 a.m. How long's it been? 2 hours there? Let's see. If this is a leg candle, you should get a body reaction too, right? So we'll see if that happens. Oh shit, I'm muted. So you asked about the leg candle, right? So it's not exactly a leg candle because you have a top wick and I think the bottom wick isn't as like steep, but you can always treat it like one because like when you're looking at a leg candle, you're not just saying like, oh, leg candle wick fill, right? Like it's a wick fill, cool. It's like you're looking for a certain type of movement in the leg candle. You're looking for the break of the tap into the body, the rejection, the re-breakout lows, the pullback hold, and then continuation. So if you use the same formula on this candle, even though it's not a leg candle, you'll get the same answer, right? Because it's a structure. It's just another way of using it as a confirmation. So it's not a leg candle, but if you get the same stuff, then you could take it as one. Yeah, I think this one right here is 90 pips, so it's not bad. And I have it marked up here for the body, so we'll see if this reacts. I know the one has no bottom wick, right? So we'll see if that's an issue. If it's an issue, then you should be able to drive down regardless and then pull back. If you pull back and you don't flip and then you come back down to re-break the lows, that adds some confirmation to the idea that this is not going to flip bullish, right? So then you can just take your sells on the second push down. But then that top wick is very important, right? You want to see that push down, then that pullback to confirm that you're not going to flip back and forth from the one. So yeah, there could always be issues like that. Like sometimes like there could be an issue with the no bottom wick, no top wick. But All you gotta do is just add an extra confluence to stop that from happening, right? Like if you're worried about a certain candle, no bottom wick, maybe add some structure below there. Be like, okay, cool, I need to see some structure before I confirm that this is gonna rip through. Because you don't want to just assume like it's gonna be a problem or assume it's not gonna be a problem. You gotta actually see if it's gonna be a problem or not be a problem, right? Like this one right here, is it still a problem? It could be, right? Does it look like it's a problem right now? No, because you can't drop through. But that doesn't mean it can't be a problem for later, right? It doesn't mean that this can't still flip. So then if you get something like this happening, this and this, like does this have a lower chance of coming back up? Yeah, right? Because now you have a bit more structure to continue. How many trades did you make today? 0, man. Top left of my screen, you'll see my trades taken. So if it says 0, if it says nothing there, it's nothing. We're just waiting. We took trades, I think yesterday on Tuesday. We had no trades on Monday. And then before that was Friday and Thursday. Mudded. You gonna get Kevin's contract today? Hey, first time speaking today, I think, for a meeting minutes. Your F25 counts are different. What, like the colors? You can change that. Go to properties and then colors. The candles. Is it because you're on? I'm on candlesticks, so you might be on like Fibonacci or something. All right, this is decent push. Let's see, coming down. So I still need to see structure, but it's good. You have I think you have a leg candle fill on the 1, right? So you could be approaching these zones next at 44.73. That could be something. Let's delete this range. I don't think we need this anymore. So you have all of this range, right? It's like still a 500 pip range in order for you to fill this range, because this is what you're looking at right now from up here to down here. So like this is your range fill in between. So now all we gotta do is confirm like these lower highs. Once we have that set, we'll be good to go, right? There's also some zones approaching here too. So once that gets tapped into, you should get reactions, and there's been past top wicks here. So that could be top wicks after you break below the lows, and that could be continuation of sells for us. When does the pain of missing a trade stop hurting? After years, it still pisses me off. Well, you have to be confident enough to know that, or you have to build the confidence to know that there'll be another opportunity. Like some people might look at my trading style and be like, oh, he doesn't have the confidence to enter a trade because you gotta trade once every 3 days. But it's like, no, man, I'm playing a different game. Like you gotta have enough confidence to know that another trade will come after. So like, or you gotta build enough confidence. That's when it'll stop hurting, right? When you actually have like journals and experience to know that another opportunity will come, and it's okay, right? Like there's plenty of days where I'm missing out on like a 600 pip move, 800 pip move, knowing that in 2 weeks I might get a trade opportunity, or in 3 days I might get another trade opportunity, or whenever, right? But that always comes. That time always comes. Like we spent, when I first came back in March, I spent 2 months on stream here, or 2 weeks on stream without taking a trade, right? Because conditions are kind of slower. But now imagine if I didn't, imagine if I didn't, like, because like that's experience too, right? Like the first 2 weeks, like coming back for stream in March, I didn't get any trade because conditions weren't great. And part of that was because nothing came to me. Like there was nothing clear, right? And I knew that, like from past experience, I know that in these moments, if I were to take a trade, it could lead to losses because I'm not taking the highest quality setups here. And it's not my fault. Conditions just weren't printing as clean. So then you kind of, like, it's just experience. Once you gain that experience of sitting out these ranges, in the future when it arrives again, you're just, you know, like to sit through it instead of like trying to force a trade through it. Because if it wasn't for those first 2 weeks in March where I didn't take a trade, May might have not gone as well. We wouldn't have had the same amount of capital for May to take advantage of May, knowing that May will be a much better month, or months later it could be a lot better than these conditions. So sometimes like understanding like market cycles helps too, right? Understand that there will be better conditions. It might be slow for 4 months, 5 months, like that's normal markets. But if you can sit through that, you're gonna have a very good volatile month coming. I don't know when, right? But clearly May, right? The amount of trades we took in May versus March and April has been very different. But I wouldn't have known if I was sitting through it the first time or blowing my account the first time in that slow range, you know what I mean? So it's just experience. Like you have to trade every cycle. Otherwise, if you take a break for, let's say, you know, quarter two every year, you're never gonna have the experience for quarter two. You're never gonna have the experience to sit through it. And people would be like, oh well, I want to just trade a different pair because gold's slow. But like then you're not gonna be able to utilize gold as much in quarter two. Like even though right now you might not be seeing anything in quarter two because it might be a little slower, in the future you may, because now you have the experience. Does that make sense? Like you gotta just fight through it. You can't just dodge it in trading. There's no such thing as dodging or like avoidance in trading, because everything's gonna come back full circle. You gotta just get through it eventually, man. Might as well just get through it faster by sitting through the struggles. And then yeah, eventually you just, you know, just build some type of like edge for yourself. I have a constant know that will always come back around, but it's more of a fuck's sake moment, not a genuine pain. It's also not about like knowing like what's going on. Like I wouldn't be able to predict anything in the markets. It's more so like, is this my game? Like, is this my conditions to trade? Does this make the most sense with what I have in my strategy, in my playbook, right? Sometimes it comes down to that too. Price isn't printing the way I want it to print. It might be printing for somebody else, right? Someone else's strategy. Like, look at this move coming down. Let me just lock it in. Chat, we're actually moving here quite a bit. Spreads are pretty tight and we are ripping. So I think we approach a zone around here, right? 44.65 here. So you could see a reaction here. I think someone had wick entry ideas there. But yeah, this could be a minor zone. And then after that comes like 44.49. I want to see a 49 break, because if you can break this low and then pull back, that technically should reject, right? But let's say it pulls back and then re-breaks. That's much better now, because then now that confirms a bit more structure. And then below here, we can start planning for ideas. So I have nothing planned from here down, right? That's why we're not really like actively looking right now. This is more so for volume. But I think once we break, we can start looking for ideas, especially wick entry sells too. If we can't get the continuations down, that'll also be a thing. class the 1 hour to the left is a lead too, same as a 30. I don't know, somebody mentioned that 30-minute lead by attempt. Yeah, this, you have this one too. Yeah, you have a lot. You have this on the 1, you have it done 30. Let's see. Maybe if we get enough structure, we can look for ideas. If you get a pullback to like 44.82 or something, then it's gonna end up looking like this, right? I don't think you had a pullback yet on this move down, did you? Not really, right? Nothing too crazy, just this weak pullback here. Let's see, if you get an 82 and then a re-break of the lows at 68, it could be something. Second re-break though, not the first. And we can look for ideas below there. Oh look, 67 rejected. Anyone get wick entry buys there? Yeah, 6-7 rejection. You get to a point when you can always tell when you force. Yeah, you kind of know yourself too. You learn more about yourself through trading, right? So you know like when you're being more like forceful of a trade, more pressure to take a trade. So then you'll know your limits. W Silver Rio. Yeah, 1 hour flips here too. I didn't realize, but 82 is also a 1 hour flip. So is that gonna flip bullish and then re-break the lows, or is that gonna flip and drive? Right? Because the generic play will be like flip and drive up, because it's a 1 hour flip, right? So you would assume that it's just gonna flip and drive. But let's say it flips, drives up, and then re-breaks, come back into the range. What's the purpose behind that? All right, so that'll be the unexpected. So then that's what you want to get in on. You have a leg candle on the 5 here too. You said DXY melting. Well, lots of stops be if we enter the cells. I think if we get into the cells, let's see. So we could use, I don't know if I want to use that. That's a little too close. Maybe this might be 2,000 pips. And management could be above like here. I think above here could still be fake out territory. So that's why I'm just covering for that idea. I think stops might be a little wider here though. So 0.04 lot. I think buys for stops would be a lot smaller though. Look at that rejection. Holy, tapped 82 and shot right back up. So this is a higher low for now, right? We'll see. This is good though, because we also mentioned we wanted to buy ideas, right? If you get a bottom wick down towards 65 zones, and this is decent structure. So this is the first pullback happening right now in the move up. So if you get a re-break of these highs, let's see, what can we do here? Can we get the ideas for buys now? Leg candle fill, I'll be, how much time? 13 minutes until a leg candle fill. $13 minutes for a leg candle fill. It can also be this too. It can also be, you guys are like, holy fuck, just enter a trade. It can also be a top wick and then a closure back into the range for continuation. That is also a possibility, because nothing has really happened here, right? You can look at this move coming down up, but it's like, I mean, it's a big range. It's no, that's not that great actually. 350 pips, pretty tight, but nothing has happened. You're still in the range, right? So could still be a fake out. That is still a possibility. If you were to break above like 12 and then shift back into the range, that's your fake out. And then leg candle fill on the 30 could be a thing. Shit, we'll find out here. It's looking good though. That has to be news, right? Yeah, I mean, this minute candle was what? This 5 minute candle was 240. Is it news? Yeah, I think it was. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You got something? W move. You coming back for 2? No, not today, no. If it was like FOMC, yeah. Today, no. Crazy candle, yeah. Definitely a crazy candle. Let's see. So it didn't make a bottom wick or anything, right? It just kind of came down. Yeah, could still be bullish. This is enough structure now to start something, right? Now the only thing missing is a closure above and a pullback and a re-break. Once you get that, it's GG's. You're back into this range. And you can look for the range fill. And that's your fake out. Top of the range is here. If you have $1,000 capital, what will your lot size be? Depends on what you want to risk. But when we had a $1,000 account, we were doing I think 0.08 lot. You're still holding a 60 entry? Oh, nice. You survived the bottom wick, so yeah, for sure, just trail. I'll trail to at least a flip if you don't want to be too aggressive. 81 at least, 82 in profit. You secure like 160 pips, no matter what. You'd be good. You're re-breaking here, so let's see. Any pullbacks will be fine, right? It doesn't even need to like close above and then pull back. It can even pull back before, and we can look to get part of the re-break of the highs. But third man can also be a light candle, so let's see. This could be anything. This could still be anything today. This could also be liquidity go down. Who knows? Until we have like set direction. I will say you are breaking the first high, the previous high for the first time. So these highs are being respected very slightly on the way down. If you tap into 45.12, then you're breaking all those highs for the first time. So first breakout could be a fake out. Just be open to the idea. Late move today though, huh? Look at the news. This one? Chat, all I'm saying though is if this somehow comes all the way back down to re-break the lows, it might be a cinema. Because then what was the point of this, right? That's your liquidity. if that were to happen. You got 7 minutes left before a 30-minute closure, so let's see. Rejecting pretty heavy so far. Still a little early to say, but if this move down is faster than this move up somehow, 1-2 pop. How much was this candle going up? This was a 400 pip move up. Let's get it, let's go. There'll be a new round of negotiations. Isn't that what they said yesterday though? They're gonna negotiate for a next some. Uh-oh. Let's see. Could this be a 1-2 pop? W snipe from the bottom. Yo, Arsenal fan, you're having a good weekend, a good week. Oil in Canada, I don't know, gas is like $1.70 or something a liter. 1 minute leg candle right there. Jack, give me like 1 minute. I'm gonna use R real quick. Attempted for higher. What'd you get there? Sells? Attempted for high here. BE. 80 pips in profit. Damn. Oh, it was a buy. Damn, 80 pips in profit. That's crazy. No trail? $20-year waiting list for what? Season tickets? Like season ticket holders? Or club seats? Whatever they're called over there. Club seats. You might have a huge 4 leg candle close out one. I honestly have no idea where it's gonna go from here. Like I only I need more information here to read this play. I don't know what's going on. What are we looking for? Just higher highs or higher lows, anything. Just more info. We'll get that with time, I'm assuming here, because the volume is here, right? So next up is just more printing of candles. So we'll get more information off of that. I don't know if this is the move of the day though. I think there's something else coming. I don't know if it will be before 11 or after 11, or maybe 2 p.m. Minutes could do something, but I don't think this is the move. I think you'll get something much more spectacular than that. But yeah, let me delete this too. We won't need this no more. It's just one big range. Make a wick for yes is 4. Yes is 4. Where this one, yeah, that's a possibility too. 38. I think if it wasn't for this that didn't happen, 38 could be a wick entry sell. But now that you have like a bottom wick, I think I'm gonna let that just come up towards that zone, and we'll see what rejects. GTA 6? I think November. No? November? It needs to go up, otherwise it's fuckery. Hear me out though. Everyone's expecting to go up. Or not everyone, but like generic price action says that it should go up. If it doesn't go up, where do you think it's gonna go? Huh? If it doesn't go up and the unexpected happens, where is it gonna go? Right? Back into the range. So then that would now be the expected play. True. It's blasting, yeah. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, Reggie. I don't know what's going on here, but it's good volume. Let's see, can we tap 38 here? 38 is your next zone. And then below here, I think we start looking for something. If it starts to break below 44.97. What did I say earlier, chat? I think earlier today, when someone asked for bias, I was like, I have a bullish bias, but bullish still go bearish, right? So it could be a bullish day to continue bearish throughout the week. Still a possibility. Let's see, first break above the range here. So any pullbacks will be good because any pullbacks will confirm that you're not just going to flip back into the range. If you pull back and hold, especially re-break the highs, then that's your higher low to make more higher highs. And this range right here is like 150 pips. So you still got a bit. First buy in a month? Holy, you're right. When did we last get a buy? If we get a buy today, chat, this might be the first buy since April 29. Could be. Haven't taken a buy in so long. If we get wick entries, how much is this range? If it goes up here, this is a 500 pip range. Wick entry sells could be doable at like 4,600, 45.77. If it just goes straight up from here, and that's your range fill, right? Then you'll reach like a little slowdown period before you continue up. If you continue up, and if it's a fake out, then you just continue down. I know it's far, but that could be one of the ideas. Yeah, let's see. Below, just pay attention to below 44.94 as well, right? I know this is Okay, if this were to come back into the range here, below back into this area, it gets interesting, because then now that's like fake out, right? And then this move will get filled. I think that's also the 4-hour flip too. If that happens, right? We don't know if there's gonna be liquidity or there's gonna be like continuation. Or at least I don't know. I think you got a little pullback there though. All right, so a little bit of structure here, not bad, better than nothing. I think is this the correction of yesterday's move? I think so, right? This is yesterday's NY session correction. And then top of the range is gonna be something here. Let's see, 45.53. Middle of the range. $250. 4553. There's such a clean 4 leg candle, fill in the 4. But for you, your 4 looks different because of the broker on TradingView. Look at the 4 candle FXCM. Oh, the 1 hour difference. Let's see. Oh, this one? This bearish one? Yeah, it was like just a regular candle here. It's holding pretty steady so far, above 45.12 here. So still above that zone. As long as it holds 45.12, you're holding that resistance, right? Or is your support now? I think weekly just flipped too, no? Close. 45.30 was the weekly flip on MT5. Interesting. Oh, let's see. Retesting 45.12. So, like, clearly we don't know yet, but if this, for some reason, gets corrected, for some reason, below 44.94 could be ideas, okay? So just be ready for that in case that does happen. I think you're also making a steeper low here too, right? And then I think the low also covers up for the 15 no bottom wick if that's an issue, or 30 minute no bottom wick as well. Because if it comes all the way down here and it doesn't flip, comes back up, rebreaks, this is now more structure to back up the idea that the 30 minute has no bottom wick. So then you don't need a 30 minute bottom wick. 5K end of today. Uh, 5K by today is, that's like, I don't know, maybe, who knows, maybe if you get the biggest daily candle ever. It's like 4,000 pips. If you go down there, we can treat the 30 minutes of leg candle. Yep. Below 44.94. He's finished wick buy. Next 45, 48 wick sell. Okay. There's a zone there. It's not too bad of a zone. Yeah, could be. I think you want to pay attention to probably how it comes up there towards 48. So like based on if it has enough structure, if it doesn't have enough structure. Sup, Jordy? Why so sleepy today? I don't know, conditions are kind of sleepy today too. How many trades did you guys get today? On gold? You had 590 pip move. Pretty good move. I think yesterday's move was a little stronger. Or the pips. It was yesterday was like 700. Wow, why did today feel like it was a lot more volatile than yesterday? It's about the same, a little lower today. Session end? No, not yet. We still got a little bit of time here. Probably like another 20 minutes, and then this can still be a fake out. So we'll be there for that if it is. And then we'll set like a session stop loss. Let's see. Re-breaking the lows again, I think. Pretty slow on the way down, though. Yeah, positions, no, dude. No positions right now, dude. Just waiting, dude. Caught low 175, okay. Third pips off 590. That's good too, though. You don't need to grab the whole range, right? When you go to the bank to withdraw cash, they're not going to ask you, did you make this off of catching 10 pips or did you make it off of catching 100 pips? You're going to withdraw your cash. So close from my wick entry sell area, man. Damn. Holy. What was that? What'd you have there? 30? Oh. Off of these areas here. Chat, be also, this might be annoying, but it could also be because a push back into the range doesn't automatically mean a fake out. This could be a higher low to then come back up, right? So you still need structure if it comes through. That's why it's very important. Like if it pushes through, like how heavy would the pushes be? But it can still come back into the range and look like a fake out, be a higher low to continue. And if that were to happen, then at that point you're like bullish, right? Because then this is gonna back up this entire move up. But that's also another possibility too. Hope not, but I don't know what price is gonna do here. You can't hear the music? Right, so like we have like 44.94 for like sells below there, but it could also still hold that zone and come back up, right? So if it comes down, you want to see structure, right? You still want to see lower highs, and if you get enough lower highs, especially below 94 or even below 44.80, below here, that's what you're looking for, right? So we're not going to attempt sells from here because we don't know if this is going to come down yet. And even if it does come down, you want to confirm that it's going to stay down, right? So then these lower highs here, here, here are going to be very important, and then that's going to be your move within this range. And you can probably target past this zone too, because this is the middle of nowhere, right? Over on the higher time frame, you still haven't tapped 4420. You rejected here, which looking left is nowhere. The bottom of the range is here, so that is still a potential target. You have a nice 15 close though. 15 close above the range for the first time. W. You have a pending buy? No, I don't have a pending buy. Do you look at my screen before you ask the questions though? Like, this is my trades, right? So nothing's in this box, nothing's moving, margin is still, everything's like flat. There's no positions. If I'm in, you'll see like some like, where is it? Something like this. You see this on my screen, you'll see your lines going across, the positions. You know what I mean? Gotta try a little bit. Peace out, FGT. Later, man. Peace, peace, peace. I think no position right now is dangerous. Why is it dangerous though? Is it really dangerous, or is this not enough confluence yet? What should you do? Should you wait to expect to get a position? Enough confluence. So it's not dangerous or like not dangerous. It's like it's just not enough confluence yet, not enough information. So what do you do when there's not enough information? You wait for more information, right? You wait for more counts to print, more confirmation where it's headed, more structure, and then you get closer and closer to an idea. But you can't just expect an idea, right? The same way you expect it to be dangerous. It's just not clean yet. So you gotta wait until it's clean. Right, because what is dangerous in trading? It depends how you read it, right? But this is usually not, you don't have enough confirmations yet. So then that's when I come on. It's like, I don't know what's going on right now. I don't have much information to tell whether this is gonna continue up, and if it does, right? Like, is it gonna be a fake out for next week? I just need to see structure. Once we have enough structure on this closure, then continuations up towards 45, 46 will be good. All right, but I'm just waiting for that structure because all you have right now is this. And is that enough of a higher low? It could be. Is it enough for me? No. All right, so if it takes off, it takes off. I can't do much about that. But let's say you decide to come back to the range, start shifting back above the range. Would that be enough structure for me to enter now? For sure. Right? At that point, that's my entry. But if it just rips from here, it just rips from here. It's not your job to like try to get in like perfectly where you reject off of. Like if it rips up from here, it is what it is, right? It wasn't really my planned move. So I think that's what people get confused with, like their move versus a FOMO, because then they'll FOMO, right? If this comes up and they're like, oh man, I knew that was a bottom wick. It's like, did you know? Or if you knew, you would enter. But I have no idea here. So if it rips up and it drives, that's not my move. That's not something I was waiting for. Now, if it does all of this and actually comes back up, that's my move. And if I don't enter that, then yeah, that's like me not following my plan, right? But there's no plans here. $600 pips secured. Holy crazy move. W Davis 01. FOMC in 3. Yeah, FOMC in well, meeting minutes. So yeah, well, that might have an impact. It is around 45.40 in the next 4 hours. Will that be a long confirmation? Yeah, I'm not a psychic. I don't know. 45.40. I gotta see like 4 hours will be what? 10, 11, 12, 2:30. I don't know what's gonna print from here at 2:30, right? You might get bottom wick prior, you might not. You know, to trade, you kind of gotta look at the charts and like not just assume. Like, you gotta look and pay attention to like the way the candles are moving, where it's moving, where it's closing, if you have enough tops wicks, bottom wicks, like that part is really important in trading. You can't just wake up and assume that it's bullish because you got like a bullish candle, or assume that it's bullish because news is coming out. Like, what is price actually printing? Like, what is it showing you? Right? Because then you're just making guesses. Or lower probability guesses. Because you're always making a guess. All right, Benzie. 520 pips secured. Good shit, man. W Orchid. What's your TP? Like 46 or something? Or you got like the top of the range at like 45.77. $64. I'll take right here. That's pretty good zone. breaking the highs again. Let's see. We can also get wick entry buys too. If it shifts down below like 45.12, the first initial reaction below, we can look for wick entry buys. Then you're expecting a bottom wick. That's also a play too. That's doable. Or even a if it feels like 45, 46 and then pulls back, you can even like get a wick entry buy as well at like 26. If it just shifts straight up here and then you get a reaction, I say at 46. I'm just saying 46 because there's like a minor zone here. So if you get a reaction there, you can get a wick entry buy as it pulls back to 26. Right? It's a lot to ask for, but it's a 150 pip pop up, and then you need a rejection for like maybe 160. And then this right here off of these areas could be like a higher low zone to continue. So that could be a play that we can take. Right? All we had to confirm was just this. If we can clear this range out, and obviously if it fills the top of the range, it cleared the range out, the first pullback could be wick entry buys. Very doable. Let's see if we get the wick entry buy. What would stops be? $1,800 pips. So then 0.0, I think 6. I think it's 0.05 actually, 0.05 lot. If we get the idea. Let's see. If it pushes up, chat, just get ready for 45.29, right? If it pulls back that steep. And then we'll just keep moving that higher low zone up, like so the wick entry sell area up. So if it, let's say, pushes past like 45, it goes up towards like 5.9. We're moving the wick entry buy up towards to 46, right? We're just kind of following the structure here. But I don't think it'll be breakouts for me. I think wick entry buys them. Wow, 55,000. Let's see. Is this going to be the push towards 45? What a crazy candle. Crazy. Let's see, rebreaking. Can it push? You gotta push in there like 78 here. And then reaction zones may vary, right? We could also move it up towards like 45.32, 45.31. One hour closure right now too. So we'll see how the first hour opens up here. Or the 11 a.m. opens up here. WSO, what are you up for today? I know you're up like 500 plus pips. Guys, you're done for today for 11. You gotta be up like 500. 100? That's still good. That's a good day. All right, 11 a.m. your chat. So we're gonna place a session stop loss soon, right? Not just yet. Soon. We'll see. We'll see if this can push up. And then once we get enough like tops and bottom wicks here, we'll start placing a session stop loss and go from there. But I think we still have a lot of potential for ideas, because this is a lot more directional now than earlier. $37 tapped. You got a reaction at 37. Not bad. 50 pip reaction. Chad, I think it also doesn't need to come up towards like 45 and then pull back to 29. Like from here, let's say it pulls back, because I don't think we have like ain't much pullbacks here yet, right? Like maybe just this small one here. So like let's say it doesn't come up towards 5.4 first, because we want to see this, right? We'll get a wick entry buy there. But let's say from here it decides to just rip down, then we can look for ideas down here for wick entry buys too. So any pullbacks will be okay. Next liquidity 45.60. Like next top wick zone. Yeah, there's something there. I got 7.7, and then I got 45 next and 7.7 as like next resistance zones, next stops areas, slow down areas. How do you know? How do you think gold and oil relate? I don't know. I wouldn't know. Because I don't pay attention enough to oil to know like how it correlates to gold. What about wick entry sells at 45.57? Yeah, there's some reactions there. There's something here. In these areas could get reactions, yeah. As long as you come up without structure, that'll be best, right? Let's see, chat. If this comes down, I think we can get wick entry buys. I know it's kind of still far, but it's like 200 pips if you rip down. And then, yeah, I think if this comes down to at least like, let's say 45.22, we'll place our session stop loss in the highs. And then if it breaks the highs, we'll call it a day. But if it continues to rip through and gives that bottom wick idea, we'll take it. Uh-oh, let's see. Breaking below 29. What level pullback do we look for buys? Right now I'm looking at 45.12, but I want to see how it comes down. If it comes down, I want to see if you come down with structure, if you come down as like a strong move down. 'Cause that's still a fake out territory, right? But you have this like range from like here down to here that could give you a reaction, because even if it were to be a fake out, it won't just come down like that. It's gonna come down and create structure, right? So that's what I'm basing the wick entry buys off of, and it might even give you a move down to come back up, right? And if it does, then wick entry buys are valid regardless. But it's gonna be in that area that we're looking at, between 45.18 to 45.04. Yeah, I got you. Right there. Do you guys ever use this? Does anyone use this part of the TVJ journal? The lot size input stuff? Does anyone ever use this analysis page? Wow, we averaged 83 pips per trade in January. This, I think for May, we're averaging like 36 pips per trade. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Oh, I'm fried. 5, 7. Oh. 8. This is wrong the whole entire time. Yo, Orchid. Thank you, bro. 999. DVS eating today without eating today. Iceman. There you go. 11 trades for May. We're averaging 24 this month. It's not bad. It's pretty good. 24 pips per trade. Hey, where's Cookie today? I didn't see him. How would you manage your risk if you had to take on a funding challenge? I think I would have to lower it. Like it will have to be really low. Whatever the like minimum, whatever the max lot or max percentage risk is for the day. I think it's 5%. So I'm gonna have to risk like 4.9% per trade max. So lots can be really small. But trading style is the same. Trading style, I'll keep it the same. But with the stops that we have, you're gonna probably have to go like really low lots. For sure, for sure. Got too much pips, man. Yeah, I share some. WJ. $11.11, chat. Make a wish. Some bullshit. Are we waiting for the pullback and continuation? Yeah, I'm waiting for like any pullback really to confirm that this is a bullish move, or if it's a fake out. But yeah, that pullback would help us tell us that story. Okay, what do you guys rate today? 6? Are you using the 4? Yeah, all the time. Just not right now, probably. But I'm usually based on depending on the day and then like kind of how we're moving and how things are looking. Yeah, I'm using all my time frames from like the 1 all the way to like the monthly. Yeah, I think today we're using the weekly too. Weekly flip. Daily, not so much today. 4 hour, a little bit. Not really though. Maybe as a leg candle, but that we won't find out until 1, right? If that's a leg candle. So right now, mainly the 1, 30, and the 15, and the 5 in the minute. Yesterday we used the daily. All we used was the daily yesterday. Daily and 4. So it depends on the day. Let's see. Move's coming down pretty slow, so obviously at this time it looks like it's starting to slow down a little bit. I'll give it one last chance to see if you can push through. But I think we'll start placing our session stop loss in the breakout highs. If you flip above 45.37, we'll call it a day. Alright, chat? But if you come straight down, then I don't see why we can't take the wick entry buys. You sent 2 AI today. I didn't know you sent 2 AI. 2 AI today, Enzo. Let's see. Out of your 2 AIs, all right. Oh no, it's hard to choose. Do you need an editor on? Looking for work? Not right now. If you want to share your portfolio, you can email me. I'll take a look at it. Oh, chat. You got some news here or something. What's this? Let's see. What is this? Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, so I said I'll call it a day if it breaks the highs, but this is breaking the highs pretty hard. So let's see. Could this lead to a pullback now? This is some volume here. So you tapped into that range here. Obviously, I don't think we can take a 45.29 anymore if it comes down, but if it makes its way up here, this is 240. I think you're looking at what's your next reaction zone? Maybe over here. 45.69, 45.70 zone. So if you get a tap into that zone, you pull back. We can look for wick entry buys as you pull back, maybe at like 45.54 or something. If it pulls back from here, I'm looking more so below like 22 to like 45.04. All right, if it pulls back from here, because I'm gonna wait for that to re-break the lows, and if that re-breaks the lows, it's gonna rip down further. So if it does decide to just come up like this, boom, reactions off of this won't be too bad. We look for a lower high or a higher high to be made. Yeah, you could be approaching 45.70 now to fill that range. I don't know where this volume came from. I'm assuming maybe news or something. Oh, right here. Trump says U.S. is in the final stage of the talks with Iran. Pool reports. 6-7 likes. Trump says U.S. is in final stages of talks with Iran. Oh, wow. 5-3 tap. Did that just... No, I'm tripping. I'm like... 5-3 tapped. What was 5-3? How did I find a 5-3 zone today? What was that? 4? I don't know what I used there, but I think my zone is up here. 45.78, right? 45.70, yeah. 45.69. Leave it there. So let's see. Can I continue? Or is it gonna pull back, right? If it pulls back from here, chat, this was once a range. You broke above it. So if you fake back to this range, you're gonna likely break this low. And then you're looking at 45.02, 44.94 for like wick entry buys next, right? But it's lots of volume here, so we'll see. The day may not be done yet. There could be the unexpected today still. Yeah, that was a crazy count. That was like 260 bips. So very nice. Interesting day. Trump does about 40 trades a day. Bro, probably 300. Yo, chat. We have 91 likes. Can we get 100? A hundo? 9 away. 50% 15 on Euro? Oh yeah, you're on Euro USD. You trading that Euro USD. Euro USD. What's up, Finley? Wait. That's true? He actually placed 3,000 trades? Let me find out he's trading the leg candle too. 3,700 trades. Yeah, how do I join that same channel? Oh, like. Where do I see that? Oh, right here. Sorry. I have a habit of not showing what I'm looking at. More than 3,700 astonished Wall Street insiders. Trump disclosed over 3,700 trades in Q1 2026. So I don't know what this means here, but purchases. Unloaded holdings in Microsoft, Meta, Amazon worth million. He might need some top wicks here before coming down. Meta, Microsoft performance. Damn, he's eating off of Amazon. Him and Jeffy going Bezos. How many years do you have experience in trading? Around 8 years now. Going into my 8th year. All right, 11:22. So I think we might as well stay till 11:30, chat. 11:30, then we'll see what's up. Almost 1 decade soon. Man, wait till I'm 40. We'll be eating. We, the community. Yeah, who has FOMO today? Everyone got some good FOMO today? That's some good experience you gained today though. If you had FOMO and you lived through it, that's like plus 10 right there. That's better than the trade. Honestly, I'm actually I want to see what happens tomorrow and the rest of the week, because like who knows if this could remain bullish, like it doesn't fake out and it actually continues to drive. This could be the start of a bullish move again. Like, we won't know until if it comes up towards like 4,800, right? So it's a long way to go, but this is right now at the bottom of this current range. So then all it needs to do from here is just push through here. Once it pushes through there, this is clean traffic, right? I mean, it's able to make its way above 4670. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to start pushing into this range, right? At that point, it's just bullish. But it's still a little too early to say. Reg is still here? Alright, Reg is still here. Alright, it could be a fake out, man. You could have been onto something here. Because it just spiked up randomly again to break all the highs again. All right, 3 minutes. 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Oh, mudded. Sorry, I wasn't saying anything important anyways. Let's see. Could it break this previous low? 1 hour starting to glitch a little bit. So we better find out. We better find out. We better find out. Can I retrace to 44.90? 44.90, that's down here. A possibility. I think step one will just be breaking the lows first, right? Lower high. And because then that can just take you up. Then you won't come down. But if you break the lows, pull up, re-break, I think there's a much higher probability that that could continue. So from where we are right now, it's pretty low, but if you break the lows, you get a pullback, it gets a lot better. Here, it's hard to say, right? Because we don't know. This can also still come up here and just continue to shift up. All right, chat. I think we'll place a new session stop loss now. I think we'll place it on. I'll leave it at 45. If that breaks the highs here, we'll call it a day. Okay. So basically no more buys for a day for me. Unless we get wick entry buys. No more breakout buys though. Which possible entry for a 15 leg candle fill? Is this a 15 leg candle though? This one you mean? I don't know if this is a 15 leg candle fill. I think this is it's a wick fill. But I wouldn't call it a leg candle. A leg candle would have to be bearish, right? So a little more in this. That'll be a leg candle. If we get a top wick, why not sell on the break? Sorry, if we get a top wick, why not sell on the re-break of the lows on the previous 30 minute? The re-break of the lows on the previous 30. Oh, 30 is a leg candle. A flex, unless you're talking about that. There is a leg candle fill. Sorry, Jay, you're asking the sells on the re-break of a 30? I think because there's a leg candle here. So there's still a possibility of coming up. Because I don't think this is gonna be a break of structure. Well, it's a break of the minute structure. I don't know if it's gonna be a breakout of like the 5 or 15 structure, because this is still very much bullish, right? I don't think I have sells until maybe below 44.92, or unless it comes all the way up towards like 45.69 and then makes its way down like this. Then below here, I'll look for sells, yeah. But from here, I think it's still, we're still at the early stages for this being a bearish move. I can see your vision though, like from the re-breakout lows down here. I don't think it's a bad idea. But I think if I'm looking for a sell, I'd rather just it being a bit more directional. You're gonna call it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it soon too. This thing is give us a little hope with that one candle at 11:15, but I'll give it another 5 minutes here again. Yeah, you have FOMC later, or meeting minutes, so I can bring more volume. Imagine FOMC meeting minutes corrects the entire thing. That'd be crazy. If we tap 4510, hold that will be the next buy zone. If we tap 4510 and hold that, will be my next buy zone. Oh, you're saying yours. If we tap 4510 and hold that, will be my next buy zone. 4510. Oh, like wick entry buys. That's a good idea. No bottom wick right there too. 06, right a little below 10. Yeah, that'll be a good idea. That's what I'm looking for too. If you can come down, I think I had a 02 earlier, but yeah, in that area, because then you're expecting this to occur before this or before that. That's a good idea. No, not to FMC. We'll be off in like a couple minutes here. Chat, did we get 100 likes today? Thanks for the 100. Even though we had no trades. It's okay though. I think we had a pretty decent start to the week. Still got tomorrow and Friday. And the rest of the month. Know what I mean? Peace out, Issa. Yo, volleyball trainings? That's cool. I haven't played volleyball in years. What position do you play? Better not say libero. Peace out, Carl. You said Janice need to shut the fuck up. That's just how I feel. All right, here's what we'll do. We're gonna move the session stop loss chat from 45.45 to 45.38, okay? If that breaks the highs right there, we'll call it a day. Otherwise, there's still potential for a break of structure. Hitter spiker. Oh, nice. I was a striker. Peace out, P911. Take it easy, bro. Thank you for showing up. All right, chat. I think that's it. 45.38 broke. So, yeah, no positions today. We'll call it a day with that. We have 2 days left in the week, so still got Thursday and Friday. So don't stress. We had a trade yesterday, no trade on Monday. I think so far we're only up, well, not only, we're up 0.87 for the week. So, yeah, 2 days. Good volume today. I think total we moved like 800 pips, so more than yesterday. So, I think you can only pick up from here. All right. So yeah, we'll be here tomorrow, 8 a.m. East. We'll see what happens, and I don't know. Could be a crazy week. Could be a crazy ending to the week. There is no news this week too, so it's just pure price action that's driving it, and some unexpected news. If you're still trading, later on you have FOMC meeting minutes, so be careful at 2. If you are in trades, could be volatile. It's a hit or miss usually with meeting minutes though. That's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.